Hi guys, welcome to the next part of Node Express MongoDB tutorial series. In this part, I will give you an introduction on MongoDB and I will also let you know how we can configure MongoDB and deploy MongoDB on MongoDB Atlas. So first of all, if we go to the MongoDB official docs page, it is actually called nosql database, means that this database is not built using tables, just like you might have studied SQL database that has tables, relational databases, but MongoDB consists of the JSON objects. Okay, so I will be explaining you guys how we can actually configure MongoDB. We can download and configure MongoDB and run it in our local system as well, but that takes quite um, long steps and quite hectic as well. So the better way to configure MongoDB and deploy your MongoDB instance from start is to use the official MongoDB provided MongoDB Atlas, which provides a lot of analytics, which we can use to set the permissions, and a lot of things are by default given through MongoDB Atlas. We don't need to download MongoDB in our local system. So we will be creating our MongoDB, which is already deployed on this MongoDB Atlas. So first of all, what you need to do is you need to go to the cloud.mongodb.com, and when you will navigate to this URL, you will see a page where you need to sign up with your account. Once you sign up with your account on MongoDB Cloud, you will have to navigate to the MongoDB Atlas. In there, you will first have to create the projects. If you are new and you have first time created the MongoDB account on this cloud service provider, you won't see anything over here. I have three instances, three projects that I've already created. I'll be creating a new project and give you an overview how you can configure MongoDB project uh, from scratch. Okay, so first of all, just to let you guys know that I will explain you how to write and design MongoDB, adding relationship between multiple models using MongoDB throughout this course in upcoming videos. Okay, so you don't need to worry about what is MongoDB, what is NoSQL, how we can create different properties inside a model. This is something I will be explaining you in the upcoming videos. Okay, so first of all, I'll be go here and create a new project, and I will name it note taking app. You can name anything you want. I have named it note taking app. Next, and I can add different members and set their permissions, but for now it is optional. I don't need to set any permission because I'm already set a member by default. The email which I've already set to it, I'm already project owner. If I want someone else to actually have access to it, I can add that member over here, but for now we are the owner. We want ourselves to work on this project all alone for now. So create a project, and it's going to process the project, so it's taking some time, and it has created our a new project which is note taking app, you can see. And now I need to create a database inside this project. So click on build a database, and I need to select different memberships. So for now I'll go with the free version. I will having shared CPU, shared RAM, and 512 megabyte data for testing. This is enough, and if you want more data, you can check other options as well. And provider, I will be by default, I will be selecting the AWS. Leave these things by default over here. So cluster 0, you cannot change the name once cluster is created. I will name it anything we want, but I will leave it as is right now. I'll click on create, and I need to select reCAPTCHA. Okay, so our project is created, our database is created. Now the next step we need to do is we need to save the username and the password. This password is very important. I would like you guys to save it, copy it, and save it somewhere in your system, because once you will have to connect your Node Express server with the MongoDB, this username and password will be required. Okay, there is a way that we can get this password again, but we can regenerate this password later on. But for now, click on this copy and save it somewhere in your notes. All right, so let's go down, and I need to give it a network access, that which computer or which network should be able to access this database. There are ways that we can give it certain IP addresses, that these are the IP addresses that should be able to access over Mongo Atlas database, or we can select the all network access as well. For now, I'm gonna give it add my IP address over here. It has been added. I can add more IP addresses over here, and all those IP addresses will be having access to this database. I will let you know, guys, that how we can add more accesses later on. Okay. Okay, so this button is disabled currently. Finish and close. I need to go up, and I'll be creating a user with the already set username and password which I have already set. Okay, so now if I go down, this button will be enabled. Click on it, and our configurations are set up. Initial configurations. Okay, so now you can see that we have our project note taking app, and it has a cluster, zero cluster. We can browse the different collections are just different models, like the notes model is a separate model, users model, reviews model, settings model, a dashboard analytics model. All these are models. Currently there isn't any kind of collection right now. We have to create that. Okay, if I go into my project note taking app, um, there are not any access. We have not yet connected to it. That's why we cannot see any record of this. So what we can do is we need to go to first of all, let's go to here database access, and here we can add new members who want, we want to have access to this database. We can set their roles and permissions, that what they can do, what they cannot do. If I go to the network access over here, and here you can see that I set my IP address, and if I want to add more IP addresses, I can add their IP addresses from here, or I can set a low access from anywhere, like anybody from anywhere in the world can access this DB, which is when we will be deploying over MongoDB to uh, any server, when we will creating the whole project, then this is the way we need to go with, because we want our app to be used by everyone in the world. Okay, so for now I'm just going to click cancel. I should be able to handle it, and there are a lot of other options as well. You can go check this out. You can create the backup of it, and the main thing is that database here, and if I click on the connect, we have a different connection options over here. We have if you want to connect with a node go server, you can see that access your atlas data using MongoDB native drivers, node.js or go. This is what we will be using, or we have other options as well. If we have the online server, or Atlas SQL, MongoDB, for we are using VS Code for now. I'll just go here, and this is the way we can connect this MongoDB database in our Node Express server, and we can go to the whole code which we can copy in our server.js file, but we will be using the Mongoose package, which is more convenient than this Mongo client package. Okay, so we don't need this whole code. I will just be copying this line of code, and I'll be replacing my password over here. Other than this, everything is set up. My username is already here. I just need to update the password, and that's pretty much it for this video. In the next video, I will be opening up my project, and I will be connecting my express server with this MongoDB, and will be start creating our data directly inside it rather than our local JSON file. Okay, so I'll be showing you different ways, and this is where our actual MongoDB work is starting. So thank you so much for watching. See you in the next video.